Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's Thursday, September the 29th. Holy cow, we are so close to the end of September. Today is National Coffee Day. I just love the smell of coffee, the taste of coffee, the feel of coffee going down my throat. Oh, it's so good. Everything about coffee. National, what else do we have here? Urban National Wildlife Refuge Day is today. So for people who work in wildlife refuges, maybe.
Okay.
It's a good thing. And it's VFW Day, which is Veterans of Foreign Wars, a special group of amazing people. Hats off to you, all of the men and women who get to celebrate today for VFW Day. And it is a Thursday, so we celebrate every Thursday with Dear John letters. Our letter this week sounds like some trouble in paradise. Guy kind of upset his wife. They've been married 10 years. She just found out he's been giving money to one of their adult children for 5 years without telling anybody about it.
Yeah.
That's not good. You can chime in if you'd like at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. We're going to chat about it coming up.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A study of 1,000 dog owners and 1,000 cat owners found that we spend a whole lot of money on our furry friends. An average of $276.40 per month. We are way under that.
We're way under that. Yeah,
okay.
way under that.
I spend about $0 a month on our dog. So whatever we spend is all Heidi. That adds up to $3,316 annually. When people splurge on their pets, they tend to go all out. And the poll owner said that they have bought the trendy items for their pets, things like all natural pet food. So food, you gotta feed them something.
Right, you gotta feed them.
Raw pet food is another thing. Modified home, like a catio. It's like a patio for cats.
Yeah, no.
Pet-friendly baked goods and desserts. We've done that before, but it's not common. And then a smart tech pet collar. What is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Our dog is feeling really left out right now. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know Oktoberfest, the world's largest beer festival, kicked off already? It's not even October yet. But last Saturday, I believe, is when it was. Let me see here. 17th of September. So 2 Saturdays ago. Munich, Germany. For the first time since 2019, before the pandemic, thousands sporting lederhosen or leather trousers, a mainstay of Bavarian culture, flocked to the event that attracts around 6 million visitors annually. Revelers sit at a long communal table to swig beer, eat sausage, pretzel, or pork knuckle, and listen to Oompa bands.
I have always wanted to go to that.
Have you really?
I have.
Well, let's do it. Oktoberfest takes place September 17th through October 3rd, is happening without any COVID restrictions. So it's almost done. So wouldn't that more like be Septemberfest? That seems kind of odd to me. Does that seem weird to you?
It's
Oktoberfest
bizarre,
is done at the beginning of
you
October?
Know what?
Okay.
Hey, whatever works.
I clearly need to get out more. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Kate Winslet is in the news. She reportedly was rushed to the hospital after suffering a leg injury on a set in Croatia.
Oh, yikes.
Filming a movie there. Titanic star, let's see, has at a hospital, a 15-minute journey in a black van, arrived at the medical facility, and it says, fortunately, her injuries couldn't be too severe because they were going to carry on as planned for shooting. So that's good. The next Yellowstone prequel series, which is 1923, has brought in another major star, Robert Patrick, known for his roles in Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Sons of Anarchy, and much, much more.
Okay.
So he joins the cast. Other folks like Harrison Ford, he's a newcomer. Helen Mirren, she's a newcomer. No, there's some star power behind this. So 1923. And I love this story. MASH celebrated their 50th anniversary, and two of the show's surviving stars, Alan Alda and Mike Farrell, reunited to celebrate the occasion.
I saw pictures
86,
of the two of them. It's adorable.
Yeah. He was in all 256 episodes as Hawkeye, and 83-year-old Farrell joined the season in season 4, Captain BJ Honeycutt. So I've got a link to a photo and all the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. A report just came out that claims women with a bigger backside are more likely to live longer lives.
I'm going to live forever. I'm invincible.
I don't have a report about this, but men who point that out are going to live shorter lives. Just pointing that out.
That is also true.
Probably a bad idea to smack somebody on the tush and say, you're going to be living for a long time.
Oh, goodness.
Study found there are 2.5 million ants for every human on Earth. This is like the third ant story we've had in the last couple of days.
It's been brought up a lot.
Ants. All right. A woman visited a man in Louisiana who she had met online. So how does that make the news? Well, here's how. She stole his AR-15 and his Xbox and then left the state.
Oh, my.
Well, that did not go well. Other than that, how was your weekend? And Adam Sandler is recovering from hip surgery. So I didn't even know.
Oh,
yeah.
How is that even possible?
He's just a couple years older than us.
Right?
I mean...
Wow.
The other day, I was actually complaining how bad my hip hurt.
Yes, you were.
Then I sat down and finished my Ovaltine and ate a Werther's Original. Took a nap. Okay, none of those things really happened, except for the hip. I really did complain about my hip just recently. And Alec Baldwin, apparently things are not going so great for him right now because he listed his 10-acre historic East Hampton mansion for sale.
Well, that doesn't mean things aren't going well.
No, there's folks that are just saying they're concerned because of what recently happened. They're going, he's concerned he's not going to be having the jobs that he had before and all of that. So anyway, if you were looking for a bargain, he's asking $29 million for it, but I'm saying you offer him, half that. I'm just kidding. You probably couldn't get it for half that. I don't know. Here's even half that. I don't have that. Even a quarter of that. I don't have that. 1/29th of that. I don't even have that. So I'm out. That is your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
It's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, our Dear John letter today is maybe something other people could relate to as well. So listen up because it might not be maybe to this extreme, but I bet there's a lot of people who could relate a little bit to this. So take a listen to this. Dear John, I've been married to my husband for 10 years. We were both married before as well. He has adult children, and I do as well. I just found out that my husband has been sending his daughter money every month for the last 5 years.
Yikes.
We've never talked about this. I only found out because she called and asked me if he was going to stop by so she could pay her rent. I was a little confused.
Oh.
She said, well, he's paid my rent for the last half a decade.
Oh, my gosh.
Meanwhile, the daughter is working part-time and partying most of the time. She says, my kids all have jobs and pay their own way.
Yep.
His son also has a job and pays his own way. At least I think he does. Who knows? I'm so upset about this. I feel like he's been lying to me about this all this time. I knew he helped her a little bit, but I thought he was paying for gas so she could come visit and things like that. I had no idea he was paying for her rent and more. My son needed some help during COVID shutdowns. My husband helped him do some paperwork to get assistance elsewhere. I was really happy that he helped him at the time, but now that kind of looks like a slap in the face compared to his daughter's handouts. How do I deal with this? Do you think it's wrong for me to be upset? What else is he keeping from me? What do you think would be the correct response to this whole thing? Signed, Mad Wife.
Oh, and she has every right.
Here's one of the things that I would say. First of all, my beautiful bride over here and we were both married before. Our son is her son from a previous marriage. First things first, treat each other's children the same way you treat your children. You have to do that. If you don't do that, you're going to have problems. And then you have to do that. You have to. I've never referred to him as my stepson. He's my son. And I think you need to treat each other's children as well, if not better than you'd treat your own children. That's going to take care of most of it. Right. But that also means treat the children equally as well. If he's doling out money, and it doesn't really say how many kids he has, but it says he has at least a daughter and at least a son, and I don't know how many kids she has. But I wonder why this one kid is getting handouts, and I wonder, because she was saying, his son is paying for his own way, at least I think. I wonder if he's paying the son's way as well.
That's an issue, though. It really is an issue.
And again, I don't know how old the kids are, so I have no clue, but it sounds like they're all out of the house and grown and gone. One of the things I think is super important, communication is key. There are things that you might not think these things matter, but if you're keeping them from somebody, they do matter. Then it
clearly matters. Otherwise, you would tell her about it. And in 5 years, it didn't come up once that you're paying rent for your child.
And again, what a terrible way to find that out.
That sounds intentional to me.
Yeah, what a terrible way to find it out when this girl, because apparently the girl didn't realize she didn't know. So, again, it seems like probably time to have a really good open conversation. I know there are some people who are saying, this would be divorce. I don't know that divorce is the right answer because, again, this is one tiny little piece of their life. But make sure you have a communicate. You
got to discuss it.
Yeah, you talk about it and just say, okay, you know what? Here's the thing. If you're doing stuff like this, you need to talk to me about it. And the only reason he didn't talk to you about it is because he knew you would probably say, hey, you know what? For the best thing for her, we need to put some sort of time limit on it or something. But we can help her a little bit here and there. But if you're doing this for 5 years, I mean, at a certain point, and she's working part-time and partying most of the time. So you're kind of basically saying, hey, we're going to just make that possible.
Not okay.
So, boy, I think...
Not okay.
And how would the other kids feel if they found out that this is going on? If you were one of the siblings, wouldn't you be going, hey, what's the deal? You're giving her all this money. You're not helping me.
Right. How am I supposed to pay my rent?
And I don't know what the family's means are. That's not in here at all. None of that is spelled out in the
irrelevant.
letter. Yeah. But again, at the end of the day, open, honest relationship. You got to do that. You got to be honest with each other, which reminds me, Heidi, we need to chat because I got all kinds of things that I've been doing that I haven't told you about. So just kidding. We're together all the time. There's no way I can sneak. Every once in a while, I'll maybe run through a fast food place and then she'll see it on my credit card. It's like, oh, hey,
I'm the
I
one
see
that
you.
takes care of our finances, so I would definitely know.
So you've been grabbing fast food a lot. If you'd like to chime in with an answer, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cats do not have a collarbone and therefore can fit through any opening the size of their head. So they have no collarbone. That's why they look funny wearing a tie as well. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Scientists have concluded that the chicken came first, not the egg, because the protein which makes eggshells is only produced by hens.
Really?
Yeah. So there. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The highest wave ever surfed was as tall as a 10-story building. Can you even imagine that? That's a big wave,
can't.
man.
That is a big
That's
wave.
the tallest wave ever on record, by the way. You don't know. There could have been a taller one. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
To cook an egg on a sidewalk, it would need to be 158 degrees Fahrenheit, 70 degrees
Just
Celsius.
what we needed to know.
Yeah. And one final fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
A jiffy. You ever heard somebody say, I'll be back in a jiffy?
Yes.
You know how long that is?
How long is a jiffy?
1/100th of a second.
Really?
Here's a jiffy. Right there. That was a jiffy.
Oh, my goodness.
That was actually probably 3 jiffies. All right. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Here's your question, Heidi. 36% of adults say they'll do this in preparation for Halloween. What is it? They'll do this. You do this all the time. They'll do this in preparation for Halloween.
Buy candy in advance. I don't know.
No, that you do that too. That's why my diet is not going well. Watch scary movies is the answer.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and I bet apparently this year Hocus Pocus is the everybody's talking about that. So
That is not scary.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh,
Mint Mobile
gosh.
question of the day
That was
comes
just
your way.
embarrassing.
Courtesy of, whoa, you just made some enemies. Courtesy of, they're going to put a Hocus Pocus on you. Comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Although he's only been king for a short while, Charles III has been living like a king his entire life. King Charles, reportedly nicknamed the Pampered Prince by his staff, where he lived with his wife since 2003, Camilla, taking the throne there. Details of his lavish requests were revealed in a 2015 Amazon Prime documentary, Serving the Royals, Inside the Firm. Paul Burrell, who was a butler there, revealed the precise directions staff were given to care for him. Among them, his pajamas are pressed every morning. His shoelaces are pressed flat with an iron. The bathtub must be filled only half full with tepid water, and the plug has to be in a certain position.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
king, back then was a prince, has his valet squeeze 1 inch of toothpaste onto his toothbrush every morning. Yeah, he doesn't do that himself. King Charles is also said to send a van of possessions to his friend's country house ahead of his arrival. Things like, his own bed, his own furniture, even his own pictures. And he brings his own toilet seat. So, there you go. That is so bizarre. Weird news brought to you by Weird
Wipers?
Maybe. It's all brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. We mentioned this yesterday. These are things that we don't recommend, but some people are doing these things to save a few bucks, and we're sharing these, but we don't recommend these. If you're using a self-checkout station, they say weigh all of your fruit as apples. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Whatever you're buying, that weigh it as that. Be honest. Another one, at the university, if you can plug your laptop into a printer, you can print for free. Okay.
I don't like these lists.
I'm just saying, this one here, that one, if you're paying for schooling there, you could probably do that. I'm just saying. You can get a free carry-on bag by asking at the airport gift shop for a gift bag. Didn't know that. If you go to a concert, wear something that suggests you're in the military and you might have to pay for any drinks. Well, that's not nice. That's called stolen valor, my friend. Again,
Oh
I'm
my
not recommending
gosh.
these. And then the last one says, lying about your kid's age at amusement parks or buffets can get you a cheaper price. So these were all things online where people were talking about how they could save money.
just horrible.
I have in bold letters in the show notes, we do not recommend these.
Jeez.
We don't. Thanks for the list. I don't think I'm going to read that stuff anymore. Brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn said, "Life is hard. After all, it kills you." Wow.
Wow.
It is quite the quote. Mm-hmm. That's not a very positive. Usually these are fun quotes. There's nothing fun about that.
That was
one.
not fun.
No, really. I kind of feel like I ripped everybody off. Hey, tell you what, I'll make up for it tomorrow. How's that sound? All
No,
right.
sure.
Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. I love this story. By turning discarded potato chip bags into blankets, a 12-year-old girl in Wales is helping both people in need and helping the environment too. In the last year, Alyssa has collected about 10,000 bags to make 200 blankets. She says it takes about an hour to finish a blanket. How? Each packet has to be opened out so it's flat and then washed down. Then you take 4 of them and put them under a piece of baking paper and iron them together. Finally, you sandwich the packets between 2 sheets of clear plastic and you use the iron again to seal that. Bags are then, it says chip bags are not easy to recycle, so Alyssa's happy that she has found another use for them while helping others. She and her mother give these blankets along with gloves and socks and toothpaste and other essentials to local organizations who then distribute those to the homeless. Alyssa says,
That's really great.
of the waterproof blankets, it says, when you put the blanket around your body, the heat reflects back off the silver part of the packet. So it keeps you warm. It's also waterproof, so it helps to keep people dry as well. This is a
Right.
really cool idea. It's a
It really
12-year-old.
is.
A 12-year-old that's doing this. So I think
Crazy.
that's really
Yeah,
a very
that's
cool story.
awesome.
If you'd like to know more, I do have a link in the show notes here that has more information about this. But I think that's a really cool thing. Now, I feel like we should go get a bunch of bags of chips. And, we'd have to eat the chips first, but then you could make some blankets, Heidi.
You sure could.
Maybe
Let me
not.
guess. Who'd be eating the chips?
I would do my part. I would eat the chips. I would do that for sure. I honestly haven't had chips in a long time. And then we went on vacation with friends, and that house was filled with chips.
I know.
And
I really didn't eat any
I was
of
eating
the
chips. I was like, oh man, why am I doing this? And we even brought some home because they got left there. So yeah, I probably should not do that. That is our good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.